Honey, this is not a toy.
Is this really what you want? That's what we both want. Come on!
Alright, hello guys. So today I'm going to review Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 6, Requiem. So let's get into this. So, Wilson Fisk's still pissed about Vanessa dying. And has a funeral for her and everything, and he ends up flipping killing the doctor because he failed to save her. Because he tries to comfort him, but I don't know, he just ends up just destroying him, I guess. My god. How does he get away with all this? But yeah, he ends up having to bury her, and it seems like he doesn't want to be like in charge anymore. He ends up stealing his weapons. Yeah. And he just feels like he's in trouble if he doesn't get the rat. And then we get this scene, which you could argue is the best scene of the episode, because we get to finally see Jessica Jones again. It seems like she has a daughter now, but it seems like like Wilson Fisk's task force ends up attacking her home and her daughter. Man, I just went for that so fast, and she's just like playing with a bomb while all this is happening. I actually even know what it is, but then Jessica stops her from using it. But it's kind of cool that she has a daughter now, and it makes me wonder, like, did she actually stay with that Hispanic guy from season 2? Because I wasn't really sure if they still worked out. Because it seems like it was perfect for each other, to be honest. To give up someone like that's just crazy. But I guess you could just say, like, off screen she went back with him and they ended up having a kid. But then it makes me wonder what happened to the son, if it's the same people. But yeah, I think she does say in the episode that she maybe stayed with him, but yeah. And then, she's just talking to Bullseye, wanting to kill him, and then she's just saying for White Tiger to stay safe. She hasn't really done anything at all yet. She hasn't even put on, like, the White Tiger outfit. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, like, for her to actually put on the outfit. But she hasn't even done that yet. And yeah, she just wants to kill Bullseye so bad, but of course Daredevil stops. And I just knew that Karen would be more like how I feel right now. And how people feel about Bullseye with him killing Vanessa. How you just need to kill the bad people at this point, otherwise it's just going to cause more suffering, because it's just like war in real life. If you keep the bad guys alive, they're just going to end up killing civilians and stuff. Like, it's like if a soldier decided to spare a terrorist, what do you think he's going to do next? If you spare him and you let him get away? Like, yeah, you can't let everyone survive, otherwise bad things will happen from it. And Daredevil's just never learned that way. Cameron, she's willing to do the right thing. She was ready to kill Daredevil, but she ends up stopping him in the later scene. And then he's just there, seeing Vanessa's funeral, and Daredevil's ex, who cares about her? She's got trauma. And it's just, I don't know if, like, by the end of the episode she just decides to not fully wat on him and Wilson Fisk people. And it seems like Tony Soprano's son still kind of cares for her even after everything. Like when you get to the dinner scene because it's his birthday and stuff, and he's kind of forced to take her to his mum's house to celebrate his birthday since the fake Wesley wants him to do that to find out if she's a rat, which he does end up finding out. Using some kind of technique he learned. And yeah, like flipping Mustafis is just lost in this episode. Everything's just like falling apart. He's pissed because he lost his weapons. He didn't really do much with flipping that in the show. It'd be cool to see him like trying to get revenge on Wilson Fisk, trying to get his weapons back, but then Wilson Fisk just kills him. That's something I'd want to see. But it's just cool to see Daredevil and Jessica back together, and at least we know going into season 3 we'll have the whole crew back. So it just makes me wonder what's going to happen. Either the Hand or Wilson Fisk task force will be attacking the other two, like Iron Fist and Luke Cage. And since Colleen's basically also Iron Fist, I don't know if like she either went to a different location or they would have to bring both of them back. Because I feel like we need to see Colleen since she was the best written in the show. Yeah, in the Iron Fist show. And there's Mr. Knight with Luke Cage, but yeah, they just end up destroying one of the weapon places together. So even though Wilson Fisk stole those weapons from Matthew Lillard, like they still ended up destroying the weapons and making them retreat and stuff. Yeah. So that plan was a bust, and she's just still got so much trauma from Muse to the point where she wants to release her trauma on the fake Wesley because he allows her to do that. So I don't know if that's gonna make them come closer together or whatever. I don't really care. And yeah, she asks basically to go to the mum's house, and he just decides to go with it anyway. And then he just knows that he's a snitch, so he decides to go with him because he kind of leaked everything to Daredevil. And this is the scene where Karen tries to kill Bullseye, which I don't blame her. I'd do the same thing. Even though I took out Vanessa, he's still got a diamond. He's still a bad person. Who knows if he could still become something better? But I'm kind of intrigued to see what they're gonna end up doing with Bullseye. I mean, I still feel like he has to pay for Foggy's death, but I just don't know what they're gonna do with him. Is he gonna have some actual redemption arc, or is he just gonna get killed by someone? And the only person where it would make sense is like Wilson Fisk or someone that works with Wilson Fisk. I don't think it'd be by Karen or Daredevil, even though Karen 100% wants him dead. And if I was Karen, I'd want the same thing, flipping killed Foggy. Even though it was flipping Vanessa's order, he's still the one who pulled the trigger, so yeah. And Daredevil's still a pussy, still not caring to do the right thing. Even though Bullseye's kind of done the right thing, but he's more like probably just wanting revenge instead of like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this because it's the right thing. Yeah. Even though he's only been killing like Wilson Fisk people and Vanessa, he could still at the end of the day say he's a bad guy. Yeah, he still doesn't fully erase all of his sins, I guess. And then they're just celebrating his birthday, but he just knows there's a riot starting outside of Wilson Fisk's office. The governor's having a talk with others, and that she's kind of given up on the backing of him. After Vanessa dies, she's just like, fuck Wilson Fisk, is crazy, I'm out. So, basically. And then he's just saying that he can't really protect her if she's going to keep leaking stuff, and we'll just see where that ends up going. I'm just guessing the fake Wesley will just end up kidnapping her, similar to like what happened to Karen with Wesley in the original show. But this time it might not actually work out. But I'd be shocked if they do something where Tony Soprano's son actually follows fake Wesley and actually ends up killing him. That'd be a cool twist. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Maybe they could do something different with his character. Maybe he could actually be a better mayor instead of Wilson Fisk, who's just ruling with like an iron fist. And then we get a cool fight scene while he's seeing everything falling apart. I mean, all she does is help set up this so they can see the evidence, all the people, so everyone turns against him, and then Daredevil and Wilson Fisk have a little talk about just ending up in the same place and how none of us will end up ever leaving unless one of us die or something. And you can't really get rid of Wilson Fisk by putting him in jail, and you're too scared to kill him, so they're just thinking about just leaving. Like Daredevil says, if Wilson Fisk leaves, he'll leave, but we'll never come to that. So there's only one way. Let's fight. And he's saying like, if I was never here, like Daredevil says, if they never met, Foggy and Vanessa would still be alive. But of course, he only cares about flipping Vanessa. He doesn't give a shit about Foggy. He meant nothing to him. But yeah, they just end up starting to fight, and this guy, he ends up killing the traitor. Well, can you really say he's a traitor? He was kind of like, well, at the end of the day, he didn't want to work with this task force when he realized how fucking corrupt they were. I mean, they end up killing him, so yeah. And then they make it seem like it was one of the rioters that kind of made it even worse, like a vigilante or something. So yeah. And then they just end up having like a brutal fight. It's a great fight. Like flipping Deadpool just kneeing him. Oh, I just wish instead of doing that, I wish Daredevil literally wrap the flipping stuff around his neck and just finish him, which he did back in season 3 of the original show. Like, come on, man, he needs to die, man. If he's not dead by the end of the season, Jesus, he's at least like his empire's fallen once again, and if somehow he gets out of this, fuck this show, man. Flipping Wilson Fisk, his era needs to end. We need something new. We really need something new. Yeah. And then Calvin's trying to help someone that got knocked out, one of White Tiger's friends, but then he ends up getting a caught. Yeah. So I guess we'll see where this goes. And then the episode just ends. That's all we get. We just see that she gets caught. But yeah, it was a good episode. I wouldn't say it's brilliant or anything. It didn't blow me away like flipping how the boys is right now. And Invincible, they're the ones who have like the big fights, even though I feel like Frag's a complete moron, but he's like so strong. It's like the strongest thing we're seeing out of these superhero shows right now, but he's just such a stupid leader. Like, he's basically got his entire planet destroyed, tons of his Vulturites killed. He's a terrible leader, but he's super strong. But what's the point of being super strong when you've literally got no one that's following you in the end if he gets everyone killed? But I guess we'll see what happens in today's episode, because I'm filming this on like flipping 3:54 a.m. I kind of stayed up watching this episode, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. Good to see Jessica again, but I just hope they're going to do a lot more of her than what they showed in this. But it's good to know that she possibly ended up staying with someone from the Jessica Jones show that I feel like was perfect for her. Kind of brought out the best in her when she was trying to push it away, because, you know, Jessica, she's gone through so much trauma, she doesn't really let in happiness. And it's cool, like, she possibly did let it in by the time the show ended, and, you know, she lost her sister and stuff, her stepsister. Like, she went to prison. Yeah, and then maybe she ended up going back to that guy who actually liked her and had a kid, and then they ended up having a kid together. I'm just hoping that's how it fully went, yeah. And it's not just some random Hispanic guy she ended up with, but yeah. Because I wasn't fully paying attention because it was like flipping so late, so I don't even think I got all the dialogue. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.